Julie, my first fitting, when Jackie introduced me to her, and Julie was going through just the different Osage layers of dress, Julie tied me into my broadcloth skirt, and suddenly I had Molly's posture. And, Julie would contextualize the way blankets were worn, and that completely changed the way that I moved. And it was, it was incredible, watching this masterful collaboration happen.
Item of clothing that has really enhanced the character of Sofia for me would be the shoes. Living in the shoes, because I originally wanted to use the shoes from the Broadway production that I stole, but they weren't working because there was a little heel. But she found this great boot for me to wear, and it really helped me to find the character. So that's what I would say. So thank you, Miss Francine.
Well, interestingly for Oppenheimer, one of the most special things about my wardrobe was that Ellen let me wear both of my grandmother's wedding bands, which was really significant to me because I have both Jewish heritage as well as Czech heritage, which the character that I played, Lily Hornig, is a Czech Jew. So being able to represent both of my grandmothers on screen in that way was a really powerful part of it, and something that meant a lot to me that they were willing to let me do that.
I mean, how you can summarize it is that we are one category that gets nominated for Oscars all the way up to the top level of the entertainment industry, and pretty much no one in the costume world can afford to buy a home in the city that they live. So we are only part of the industry that can say that. And I know that from a fact from everyone else in the industry, that even if they can't afford something great, they can still afford something. And costume design, which is made up of, 80-90% women, just happens to be the one part that, is pretty, kind of left out when it comes to be able to afford the city that they live in. So that's what I think about that. I mean, I don't think anything's back together because everything gets negotiated every 3 years. So it took a year almost from the writers to start negotiating to get the deal, to the SAG actors to start negotiating to get the deal. So now it is the Teamsters, and it's my union, it's my umbrella, which is IATSE. So now we're back this year. So everyone's nervous that we're going to strike or the Teamsters are going to strike. So it's still a stalemate, and there's still, I mean, honestly, it doesn't feel much busier than it did when there was the strike. So we'll see what happens in 2025, but right now it's, it's a little,
We do the same work as the production designers, the art directors. We are a huge member of the design team, and yet we are the lowest paid of the team. We're pretty much right down at the bottom of the basic scale. So our goal is to fix that. And so we've done a huge campaign. We have an amazing Costume Design Guild pay equity team, and they have worked so hard, and they're all volunteers. Nobody's getting paid for this. So to have as much campaigning done as we have done for volunteers, it's an issue that has to be addressed. We've been dealing with this since I've been in the union, which is like 40 years, and we're still dealing with it. We don't want to strike. We really don't. We think all 13, because we collective bargain, all 13 locals have come together with IATSE. We have wonderful guidance from IATSE. And we have contributed all of our issues and concerns, and we're very serious coming to this table about what we really need. I'm just hoping that the AMPTP is willing to hear us and work with us, because we don't want to strike. We seriously don't want to strike. Nobody can afford to strike, but we have to do what we have to do. So we're going to leave it at that.
It's all about having each other's backs. You know, I think we all just want to tell our stories and be compensated and, you know, be heard and seen. So showing up is a big part of it, and I encourage everyone to do so.